There's a quiet hum in the air these days, a gentle call back to what truly matters. We see it all around us, this deep desire to clear away the clutter, not just from our homes, but from our lives. It's a feeling that has been growing stronger, especially now in 2025. People are searching for meaning beyond material things. They are tired of the constant rush and the pressure to have more and be more. This isn't just a trend, it's a heartfelt return to simplicity, a conscious choice to focus on connection, experiences, and the beauty of a life lived with intention. This movement toward simplicity has found a beautiful home in the idea of tiny living. Tiny home communities are springing up as havens for this new American dream. They are places where the focus shifts from the size of your mortgage to the quality of your moments. Imagine waking up with less financial stress, with a day ahead of you that feels open and full of possibility. It's about letting go of the excess to make room for what fills your soul. This is the promise that is drawing so many people in, from young families to retirees, all seeking a more authentic way to live. The world feels so complicated sometimes, with so many demands on our time and our resources. The rising cost of traditional housing has made the dream of homeownership feel out of reach for many. This has pushed people to think creatively and ask themselves what home really means. Is it four walls and a massive loan? Or is it a place of peace, security, and community? People are realizing that a smaller space can lead to a bigger life, one that is richer in relationships and personal freedom. They are choosing a path that values well-being over wealth. This is more than just downsizing. It's an intentional upsizing of life itself. It's a rebellion against the idea that happiness is found in accumulation. By choosing to live with less, people are discovering they have so much more. They have more time for hobbies, more opportunities for travel, and more energy to invest in their neighbors and their local communities. They are building lives that are not defined by the square footage of their house, but by the depth of their connections and the joy they find in the everyday, simple moments that make life so sweet. So what exactly is a tiny home? It's a home built with purpose and heart, just on a smaller scale. Typically, these homes are between 100 and 500 square feet. Think about that for a moment. The average new American home is over 2,000 square feet. A tiny home invites you to live in a space that is thoughtfully designed, where every nook and cranny has a purpose. It's not about limitation. It's about smart, beautiful design that makes a small footprint feel open, airy, and full of character. These are not just boxes, they are custom-crafted sanctuaries. The difference between a tiny home and a regular house is about more than just size. It's a fundamental shift in philosophy. A traditional house often has rooms that are rarely used, spaces that collect dust instead of memories. A tiny home, on the other hand, is designed for the life you actually live. Every design choice is intentional. You might find a staircase that doubles as a bookshelf, or a dining table that folds away to create a spacious living area. It's a puzzle of beautiful functionality, where the home works for you, supporting your lifestyle instead of dictating it. Inside these smaller structures, you'll find all the warmth and modern comforts of a larger home. We're not talking about roughing it. Many tiny homes feature stunning high-end finishes like beautiful quartz countertops, warm oak flooring, and shiny stainless steel appliances. They are often incredibly energy efficient, with things like mini split systems for heating and cooling, which is good for the planet and your wallet. It proves that you don't need a massive space to have a touch of luxury and comfort. It's about quality over quantity in every sense of the word. You'll see two main types of tiny homes. Some are built on wheels, which gives them the spirit of a traveler and the freedom to move. These are often called tiny houses on wheels, or THOWs. Others are built on a permanent foundation, just like a traditional house, creating a more permanent anchor in a community. Both paths lead to the same destination, a life with less overhead and more freedom. The choice depends on whether your heart longs for roots or for wings, but both are a testament to creative living. One of the most powerful benefits of tiny living is the financial freedom it can bring. The cost of building or buying a tiny home is a fraction of a traditional house price. This means little to no mortgage for many people. Imagine what you could do with the money you save each month. You could pay off debt, build your savings, or invest in experiences that enrich your life. This financial relief lifts a heavy weight off your shoulders, clearing the path for a life that is less about making ends meet and more about making your dreams come true. Living small is also a beautiful way to care for our planet. A tiny home has a much smaller ecological footprint. It requires fewer materials to build and uses significantly less energy for heating, cooling, and lighting. We've learned that a tiny homeowner's environmental impact can be almost half that of the average American. This is a conscious choice to live in greater harmony with nature. It's a way of saying that we value our natural world and want to preserve its beauty for generations to come, one small, sustainable home at a time. It's a legacy of care. Beyond the personal benefits, tiny home communities foster a truly special kind of connection. When you live in close proximity, with shared outdoor spaces like community gardens, fire pits, and tool sheds, you naturally get to know your neighbors. You share meals, you help each other out, and you build real, lasting friendships. This sense of belonging is something many of us crave in our disconnected world. It's a return to the front porch culture of a bygone era, where your neighbors feel more like an extended family, creating a strong, supportive network for everyone. We're seeing this beautiful model come to life all over the country. In states like New Hampshire, communities are popping up near beautiful lakes and mountains, attracting people who love the outdoors. And in places like Fredericton, New Brunswick, the 12 Neighbors community is using tiny homes to provide not just shelter, but also support and job training for those who need it most. These examples show that the tiny home movement is about more than just cute houses. It's a powerful tool for building stronger, kinder, and more connected societies for all. Of course, this journey toward a simpler life is not without its challenges. One of the biggest hurdles is navigating the maze of local rules and regulations. Many towns have zoning laws with minimum square footage requirements, which were written long before tiny homes became popular. These rules can make it difficult to find a legal place to put a tiny home, whether it's on wheels or on a foundation. It requires patience and persistence from pioneers who are willing to work with their local governments to pave the way for this new way of living. Another challenge is that the cost of tiny homes has started to rise. As they've become more popular, the demand has increased, and so have the prices for professionally built models. Some now cost over $100,000, which can feel discouraging for those seeking an affordable alternative. However, the heart of the movement remains strong in the do-it-yourself spirit. Many people are still building their own homes for a fraction of that cost, using DIY kits or their own two hands. This keeps the dream accessible and reminds us that creativity is our greatest resource. Despite these obstacles, the future of tiny living looks incredibly bright. More and more people are drawn to its promise of freedom, community, and sustainability. As awareness grows, city planners and local leaders are beginning to see the value that tiny homes can bring. They see them as a viable solution to the affordable housing crisis and a way to create more diverse, vibrant neighborhoods. We are starting to see zoning laws change, one town at a time, as communities open their hearts and their land to this innovative idea. I truly believe the simple life revolution is here to stay. It speaks to a universal human longing for a life of purpose and connection. As we move forward, tiny homes will play an even bigger role in how we think about housing and community. They offer a tangible path toward a future where more people can own a home, live with less debt, and have a smaller impact on the earth. This is more than a housing trend. It's a movement of hope, showing us all that a better, simpler, and more beautiful life is possible.